Freddie Mercury in 1982. His new clone look, borrowed from the gay club scene, was a bold statement. It was a visual match for the controversial funk and dance sound of the Hot Space album, proving Freddie was always a step ahead. The godmother of punk meets the master poet, 1975. After watching Patti Smith perform in a Greenwich Village club, Bob Dylan offered his simple but profound praise. There's two kinds of people. You work. A true passing of the torch. Jimi Hendrix and Brian Jones, Monterey Pop, 1967. Two guys in feathers and velvet, both out of their minds with talent. Brian introduced Jimi that day, passed the torch right there on stage. Look at them. Neither one had much time left, but they didn't know that yet. Dylan, 1983. Infidels. After the gospel albums confused everyone, this felt like a return. Sharper, more familiar, still impossible to pin down. Every time you thought you knew where he was going, he turned another corner. June 28, 1975, in Canada. While the crowd witnessed the spectacle of the Wish You Were Here tour, Roger Waters felt an immense disconnect. This very alienation would directly inspire the central theme for his magnum opus, The Wall. (1967). Cat Stevens, teen idol, British pop star, hit records. Look at him. He's got it made. But here's the thing. In less than a year, everything stops. A serious illness puts him in a hospital bed for months. Doctors tell him to slow down or else. So he disappears, writes, thinks. And when he comes back, Wild World, Peace Train, Father and Son. The hits were nice. What came after was timeless. Joan, Jett, and Debbie Harry, 1979. Two women who didn't ask permission, didn't wait for the boys to make room, just took it. Look at them. Leather, attitude, zero apologies. This photo is a whole era in one frame. Journey in 1977. A struggling prog rock band on the verge of being dropped by their label. In a last-ditch effort, the label pushed them to find a powerhouse vocalist. The man second from the right is that new singer, Steve Perry. This was the move that changed everything. More than just a concert, this was history. East Berlin, 1988. Bruce Springsteen told 300,000 fans, "I hope that one day all barriers will be torn down." Just 16 months later, the Berlin Wall fell. Rock and roll as revolution. Paul McCartney's post-Beatles supergroup, Wings. But he started it from the ground up. On their first tour, they drove around Britain in a van, showing up at universities unannounced and playing for whatever cash they could collect at the door. Two titans at the peak of their powers. Jimi Hendrix was a passionate amateur filmmaker, and here he captures a rare, candid moment with Janis Joplin backstage in San Francisco. It's a beautiful glimpse of two legends preserved by one another for history. Ann and Nancy Wilson, mid-80s. Heart was in a slump. Radio had moved on. So they reinvented everything. The look, the sound, Power ballads, big production. MTV ate it up. And suddenly, they were bigger than they'd ever been. The queen of 80s rock, Pat Benatar, in 1982. She was a classically trained powerhouse and an MTV icon. Her partnership with guitarist Neil Giraldo created a sound that was tough, smart, and absolutely dominated the airwaves. Dire Straits in 1978, a band completely out of time. In the age of punk, their clean, traditional sound was a massive gamble. But the unexpected success of Sultans of Swing proved that sheer, undeniable musicianship never goes out of style. Stevie Ray Vaughan. He'd fought his way back, clean, focused, playing better than ever. The night he left us, he'd just shared a stage with his hero, Eric Clapton. Took the last seat on that helicopter. Gone too soon. But the music he left behind, immortal. The last stand of a legendary lineup. This was Rainbow just before guitarist Ritchie Blackmore fired singer Ronnie James Dio. Blackmore was tired of the fantasy lyrics and wanted pop hits, a controversial decision that changed the band's sound forever. Los Angeles, 1974. This wasn't the glamorous rock star life just yet. Kiss was a cult act, touring relentlessly with little money to show for it. The band and their label were betting everything on one last gamble: a live album. Keith Richards and Charlie Watts, 1964, during their first tour of America. This wasn't just a haircut. It was a snapshot of the lifelong bond between the engine room of the Stones, the steady heartbeat that kept the chaos in perfect time. Queen, conquering South America in 1981. They were one of the first bands to play stadiums there and were greeted like visiting royalty. The police escort was a necessity, a sign of the massive, historic scale of their tour. Two titans of British music, backstage at Live Aid in 1985. While friends, they were also lifelong rivals. Bowie started his first band after seeing McCartney play, and Paul later admitted he was always trying to one-up Bowie's latest album. The Face of Blondie, 1977. She looked like a pop star, but she was living the gritty reality of 70s New York, a struggling artist in a dangerous city. The contrast between her glamorous image and the raw punk scene made her unforgettable.